Parental discretion is advised.
Hey guys, this week on the Wrestling Mayhem Show, we talk about pay-per-view parties flashing back there. Who do you think is coming next from NXT? And of course, some grand dreams for the WWE Network. All that and more, Mayhem. Get your indie fix at sorgatronmedia.com/store. Get 15% off any digital download with the coupon code TUNNY. Want to support the show directly? Donate as little as $1 an episode to get your name in the show with more benefits on the way. Check out our page at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Want to have your business or podcast featured on the show? Contact us at info@sorgatronmedia.com. Subject line, advertising.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's that time to get mayhemy. It's time to talk about pro wrestling like adults who like their chai tea latte.
Yay!
It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show 407. Of course, live from the studios, Mayhem Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. I am your master of Mayhem ceremonies, Sorgatron, at Sorgatron on the tweeters. You can tweet, you can troll me. Have at it. I just like to feel loved. With me tonight, a slim crew for the first half here, but a wide-spanning crew, to say the least, all enjoying the East Coast fine weather, is one Mad Mike from the Bronx.
Thank you for calling me Slim, Sorg.
Hey! Yes, because that's what all three of us have in common here tonight.
Yep.
Obviously, if you're on video.
For those of you not watching the video, we all weigh 110 pounds put together.
Suck it in, boys. We're talking about wrestling. Bobby F. J-Town also joining us,
Hi.
the slimmest of them all from Johnstown, PA.
I'm starting to build my boat for the coming flood in Johnstown again.
It's
I was
inevitable.
going to say, when all that snow melts, you are going to be screwed, aren't you, Bobby?
Yeah.
It is inevitable. And of course, this is your Wrestling Mayhem Show edition for the week. You can join us here live every Tuesday night if you so desire at live.sorgatronmedia.com around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Followed immediately, of course, by the Indie Mayhem Show. Of course, tonight we have scheduled Keith Hott, former IWC Tag Champion, with the great Colin Delaney. You might know that name if you might watch wrestling. Also, hey, thanks to Basic Sickness, basicsickness.com for the great intro we've been enjoying for a while here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Go check out that track and others for free download over at basicsickness.com. Of course, you can find us at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. All the stuff, including the wrap-ups, the Indie Mayhem shows, the after shows, and other ways you can help support the show. You can find us in audio and video forums across the internet on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube, on Spreaker, a little bit on SoundCloud, I believe, as well, on Blip TV, on your Roku device, anywhere you want to receive the Mayhem. If there's anything missing, let us know. We want to get out there to as many people as possible if there's a place you think we need to be. And of course, drop us a line at that email address.
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, or you can drop us a phone line message at 412-206-WMS0. You know, I got a challenge for you guys. You know, maybe we'll get a little sounder here, so it sounds like there's a million of us when we do this, like when we have the crazy hangouts. This week, I want you to call that number, 412-206-WMS0, and give us your best good times.
You need to contact Mayhem Missy and Chad the Shad.
That's right.
Also, and Doc Remedy.
I'm sure they still listen.
We can get everyone to do a good, we can have a chorus of good times.
Yes, and we want your voice in on it. We also want to hear your voice in a few other ways. If you're on iTunes listening to us or watching us, please comment. Please, that helps out in other people discovering the show. And the more people discover the show, the bigger we can get, the more fun we can have here. And of course, another way you can help out, just like the WrestlingRevolution.net has, is join us on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show, where you can donate as little as a penny per episode that we put out. You get charged at the end of the month. It's easy to do. You can set a limit so we don't put out 40 episodes and you get charged a ridiculous amount of money. If you contribute right now to the Patreon over there, just $1 at least, we're going to give you a mention on the show. If you got something that needs plugged, you'll check out. You want just people to follow you on Twitter. Just go ahead on there. Let us know what you want to plug when you sign up for that. But thanks, Wrestling Revolution, the W Revolution on Twitter, and of course the Wrestling Revolution, I believe both .com and .net, according to my notes here. So go check that out. They're a great site over there, great message board. They've been supporting us for a while here on the internet. So let's start this show the only way we know how. You forget?
Wait,
You sure?
hold on. I know this one.
You got this. Come on.
Is it
Starts with an E.
Remember When?
No, you ruined it already, Mike.
Let's have some good times and get to the emails.
Yeah!
Oh, there
you
it is,
go.
yeah.
First one, of course, from the great email writer of late, Dustin, and we'll have a few returns later, of course. Dear May. What? Did I copy this wrong?
No,
Anyways.
no, that's right.
It's dramatic. Note, to follow the example WWE has set of Cesaro, Big E, I will now be referring to the Wrestling Mayhem show simply as May moving forward.
Nice.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense. I do not pre-read these, obviously. Sometimes everything comes... some people I just trust when they send us an email, and this is one of them. Sometimes everything comes together well on the go-home show before a pay-per-view. This week's Raw is an example of just that. I want to add, I don't think the Royal Rumble did. In comparison, and I think it was a good indicator too. Back to the email. While there was definitely some filler as expected with a 3-hour program, for me this was one of the better Monday Night Raws in some time. Questions? Number 1, Titus O'Neil has to have one of the worst catchphrases, used loosely, in quotes there, with this weird "Hoorah, hoorah" thingy.
Sorg.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not the manly one. What is one catchphrase that you just didn't like from a wrestler? I got some bad news. No, I like the catchphrase. I hate everything that follows
Don't you dare say bad news, Barrett.
He was great with the Legos the other night.
That was crazy.
Bad news, Barrett is Lord Business.
Do you guys have anything in mind?
It's Showtime.
Yeah,
I've always hated Sting's catchphrase.
I haven't liked it either. I haven't liked it
Because I'm sorry, when you say it's Showtime in the middle of a show, you clearly don't know when the show starts.
Well, the show already starts at 5 minutes after the hour all the time because it's on freaking TBS, so he's already confused like the rest of us.
Maybe he's just a big fan of the pay network, Showtime. The programming.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
What if you like the end of Dexter? Anyways, what about you, Bobby?
Mine would be the Big Show when he just goes, "Ah!" Like, I don't know. It's no.
Okay. All right, those are good answers. Number 2, Joe Biss Park. I think everybody here has been watching TNA, right? I just watched mine today, actually. Nope. Had a great promo this week in which he switched from one personality to another seamlessly. Can you recall a great promo from years past that impressed you because you weren't expecting it out of the character playing that role? I think a lot of Foley, right? And maybe it's just because the character is kind of similar-ish, that he's this, kind of crazy character and has multiple personalities. I agree about the Abyss stuff. Mike, what you've been saying lately about it's about the biggest, best payoff, longest payoff we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I love that promo last week on TNA with Abyss and Eric Young. It was so great. It's like he feels like the only character they've acknowledged they have history with.
Yeah, and even though they skirt a lot of Abyss's actual history, like it's very odd because, if even just by the sheer knowledge of Abyss's storyline history in TNA, you know he doesn't have a brother. It would have been mentioned. We've seen his dad, like Dr. James Mitchell, Sinister Minister, whatever you want to call him. That was supposed to be Abyss's father.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew, like, if they were consistent, we all should have known that there is no Joseph Park.
I don't know. I feel like they're really giving him a hand in this or something. I want to know who's the mastermind between this whole thing.
I think it has to be him.
It has to be. And if it feels like anything good out of TNA comes from the wrestler themselves. You know, like they can get away with a little bit more, and that's where certain things like this are going to flourish, I think. So,
and my favorite part, like, you can tell when he was giving that promo, like, he's been writing this promo for a year. At least.
Yeah.
Like, he's been writing it, he's been working on how this reveal was going to go for over a year.
Mm-hmm. But going back to it, was there anybody else that surprised you in that such way?
Well, didn't Mick have one where he went between all three of his characters?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was kind of like a little bit of camera trickery when he did it, but I don't think like cohesively as one person went back and forth. I don't think that really happened. But
Mark Henry. Mark Henry in his retirement promo.
Yeah, that was great.
Because he came out, he was smiling Mark Henry, he was dancing Mark Henry, he had that awesome suit, and then he just turned and inducted Cena into the Hall of Fame. Just turned on a dime.
That was the best thing of the summer. And who saw that coming out of Mark Henry? Seriously.
He was crying at one point.
Yeah. It was really good. Really good. All right. Question number 3. He says, Bad News Barrett wrecked a perfectly good Lego setup in typical playground fashion. What is the most childish act you can remember being shown on a wrestling program? You guys got anything?
I do.
Okay.
Anything with Eugene.
It's accurate. It's completely accurate.
It was a great gimmick, but that was all childish stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
All right, I gotta say, when Triple H was trying to bring Shawn Michaels back into DX, and he found him working as a short order cook,
mm-hmm.
and the little girl was making him angry,
mm-hmm.
like, I don't know why, but that thing just popped in my head. And he was getting so angry at a little child that he just super kicked her in the face.
I'm gonna go with the horrible Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump fight they had with the wrestlers. Like I mean, it was the stupidest thing. Like sometimes they just, and you saw this with the Attitude Era, but they just did stupid looking and sounding and experienced things, and it's like that's when you say, okay, you know, the good and the bad of Vince being the stopgap for everything that happens there is sometimes he has a really bad idea that he insists on, and is probably the only one that thinks it's good.
Blue Dot.
Huh? Well, you remember when Linda was running for Senate and they had that whole dream sequence of Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah.
I mean... And he used Linda's, like, political opponent, his banner, as toilet paper.
Yep. That's Vince for you.
I mean, you know, sometimes Vince just is going to do something that he thinks is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that plane ride he had where he came up with this Spirit Squad and the Christian Blue Dot thing was called the plane ride of bad ideas. By somebody. So yeah.
Wow. And right back to the email. It says, for me, Dustin says, I always remember the tantrum that Chris Jericho threw on Monday Nitro. He grabbed a chair and just began hitting the guardrail and ring post while there were real-world frustrations that called Y2J the snap. I remember the commentary team making him out like a kid throwing a fit, which really, I think, was the point of that whole thing. You know, isn't that funny? Because Christian did something similar.
Oh, yeah.
Where he was on a losing streak.
Crybaby Christian was one of my favorite versions of Christian. Especially when he had DDP trying to motivate him.
Oh, okay. That's where it turned around, you know.
Positively Paige, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now every morning, Positively Paige barks at me yoga moves, and Somebody made out the better deal on that.
If they ever brought him back, they should bring him back not even as a wrestler, just a full-time yoga instructor trying to whip someone into shape.
Yeah.
Like a Tensai.
You know, what if he goes full
Or
circle?
a Brutus Clay. I think that
Whoa.
would work.
What if DDP goes full circle and becomes a manager again?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
was
he-
originally
like
a
he started.
manager.
Like he started. That'd be great.
Wasn't he for Vinny Vegas? Which was Diesel?
Something like that.
He managed Scott Hall as the Diamond Stud first, and then he managed Vinny Vegas.
Okay.
Wow. That's interesting. No wonder he's buddies with those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Back to the email. It says, that's my time, guys. I'll try my best to make these emails shorter and shorter as I feel my weekly novels are becoming more of a deterrent to others who might want to send in something. Yeah, they're a little daunting. They're probably a little intimidating to the other emailers. I thank the May once again for the chance to get some great wrestling discussion mixed in with some hilarious conversations. Regards, Dust. Note, I have decided to drop the "in" as it was negatively impacting my ability to market my brand.
Nice.
I
That's
will be
fair.
shortening my name to Sorg
Which
because that's my name.
I can
I
short
am-
mine to Bob
I'm shortening mine to Ma.
or Bobby FJ.
Ma.
Now Mad Mike is just the beginning of a Lady Gaga song.
Ma, 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 ma.
By the way, emailers, do not be in any way negatively influenced by the size of Dustin's email, because, as we all know, it is not the size that counts, it is the quality in how we read them.
And that's always negative.
Yeah.
Exactly!
All right, how about Bobby? You got the next one here.
Good evening. As you hopefully can see with the attached pic, Jen is hard at work on the main attraction for Sunday, the Pinata of Hate. As you can see, there is plenty of room for everyone's personal hate. Jen is adding pics of CM Punk, AJ Burnett, and Marion Hossa. Who else do you want to see add to the glorious clubbering on Sunday? Your mainstream media party co-host, Matt Carlins.
This is okay. So there is a Mayhemers here in the area have been invited to the mainstreams. They're not the Carlins. They're the mainstreams.
The mainstream.
They're the mainstreams. house.
Mainstreams.
In order to watch the Elimination Chamber, to celebrate this, the occasion of the last pay-per-view we will watch in such a manner of an overpriced nature.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. It's still an end of an era. And they are going all out. They're making a pinata. I saw a picture of one, but apparently they're making it. There's a Roman Reigns stand-up. This is going to be epic. I think we're all going to play with their kids' toys.
You should
Right.
bring your own Sorg.
Guys, don't.
We should play Pin the Bulletproof Vest on Roman Reigns.
And I'm not.
Oh, no, pin the baby girl on Roman Reigns.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not afraid to bring my own toys, guys.
Nice.
So
Stockpile of WWE figs.
that's right. All Hasbro generation for the most part too. A couple random TNAs and new WWEs. Lita.
There's one person on that pinata that needs to go on that pinata, and you all know who I'm talking about. Randy Orton,
Yeah. For the
The-
Bobby.
the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion,
Mm-hmm.
and my object of hate for how long now? Long
let's see,
time.
Orton debuted in 2004. So.
I didn't hate him the entire time.
Oh, no, 2002.
Can we
Yeah.
just put the TNA logo on there?
Yeah, that's a
think
good
that's
one.
Don't put all the TNA people. Don't lump them all in together.
Okay, Willow. We can put Willow on there.
Oh,
Matt Hardy.
yes. Oh,
Can we put all
and
the Hardys?
I would
could
like
put
to
it-
make a nomination for LB, who is not here tonight. Sean Stasiak.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Stasiak or Meat Era?
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. So two
Yeah.
Stasiaks. All right. Yeah, I can see that. How about some Mike Adamle? I don't know why I'm on this Mike Adamle kick lately.
John Laurinaitis and
Hey. No hate on Big Johnny.
yeah.
He can wear an all red suit like no one's business.
Also, Hugh Morris, aka
Really?
Bill DeMott.
Why do you hate Hugh Morris?
Why do you hate Bill DeMott?
Because he's a terrible trainer and just out of touch.
Oh! I got you. Like half of the Total Divas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Virgil.
Virgil needs to be the biggest picture on there.
Virgil needs to be the. Virgil forms the head.
Oh,
Virgil
jeez.
forms the head.
There you go. I think we got a lot of great ideas.
I think we have a show title too. Virgil forms the head.
I hope not.
Somebody put that in the doc, please. That's amazing. And breaking news, I give you from Rick in the Facebook group for Wrestling Mayhem Show, Ezekiel Jackson riding a cat.
Yay! That's where he's been this entire time.
Does that mean that cat is co-ECW champion?
I guess he is. I'm saving that for the album art potentially. It's amazing. So there's that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think we're going to have a lot of fun at this party. And follow us respectively on our Twitters, because that's probably going to be a fun night to follow the crew here. So
Will says Toby Keith.
Can someone please Vine someone hitting Randy Orton with the on the pinata?
my God, dude. You know, I'm going to film this thing, and I'm going to iMovie trailer this thing to you, okay? This is what's going to happen. There was
Sorg,
a man.
can you start it off with the trailer guy? In a world where we have 6 superstars in a chamber, only one will survive the pinata of hate.
Pinata of hate!
Rumors that it's filled with bacon jerky.
Rumors that it's filled with bacon jerky and the dreams of everyone who wants to see Daniel Bryan win the Rumble.
I also give you Roman Reigns stand up.
Oh,
There it is.
Just because
There it is.
that's the thing.
of course.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Or
Hey,
no,
baby girl.
I
Hey,
keep
baby
doing it
girl.
wrong. Baby girl.
Hey, baby,
Hey, baby girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roman Reigns.
Where do I go from there? Oh, yes, I know. There is a return to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited. There's one Cecile Miller that we played music to. Yeah, a little bit of a fun accent with. We had a bit of fun with. But he is back. And I'll let Mad Mike tell you about him in his
All
own
right.
words of the emailer.
Hey. It's me. It's former fan of the year at Big PPC. And soon to be fan of the year again. Possibly. I did that so it rhymed. I won't do it in the accent anymore, though, because I don't want to put LB to shame. Happy to be a part of the Mayhem Nation once again. Yes. D. Bryan just as over as last summer. Holy shit, the Shield versus the Wyatts doesn't get much better than this. Hope they don't blow it at Chamber. CM Punk takes his ball and goes home. Good for him. Hope he and AJ enjoy their weekend together.
Wait, did anybody see the picture of AJ picking him up at the airport or something?
No,
that was
other way
happening?
around. CM Punk picking her up.
Oh, okay. That was curious.
It's sad. The TMZ nature of that is just sad.
Hey, wait. Let's role play for a second. Hey, how was work?
Wait.
What?
Who's gonna be Punk and who's gonna be AJ?
I was gonna let it kind of naturally happen. Hold on, Bobby.
Sit this one out.
You want what?
I'm gonna sit this one
I
out.
was volunteering you for AJ. Come on, Mike.
Yeah.
You gonna
Nope.
be or you cool?
Sure.
Okay.
Nope.
Did you listen to that fan fiction?
No, I didn't listen to that one. Is this one of them?
Exactly.
Oh, that. No,
Yeah.
no. Now I'm remembering the Cesaro stuff.
I need an adult.
I broke Sorg.
Okay,
I broke Sorg.
moving on, please.
They traumatized
Okay.
me with that stuff.
Everybody deserves a little time off. Cena could learn from this.
Just take
I'm
a break.
pretty
Go away for a
Pretty sure
while.
that's not his choice.
Stop hurting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting us.
All right. So who else is getting the network? I sure am. Sounds like a plan for 999. While I wish there was more time in the day to watch the network, or we had this when it was not working, parent. But oh well. I'm pretty sure he means when he wasn't a working parent. TNA still doing what it's doing, bringing on MVP inserted and Hogan and Sting removed. That's a start.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It may be too late to save TNA, but maybe, just maybe, this new younger crop of talent there might just be a good start.
Like Willow.
See, everyone says that MVP is not young.
He's younger.
He's younger.
He's younger. He's just a different face that hasn't been around since the 80s.
He's fresher.
He's not somebody that I had a wrestling buddy of, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Hey, Sorg. Those things are coming back, all right?
I know. Hi, bros.
Somebody call my mama.
Somebody call your mama.
All right, back to the email. Chikara is back. Exciting times for them. Hope to see more in the future. I enjoyed National Pro Wrestling Day.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh, neither of you are going to say it? All right, fine.
National Pro Wrestling Day.
Wrestling Day.
There we go.
We forgot. We dropped the ball.
I know.
Sorry.
ROH, not quite the same momentum they had last year, but still doing their thing and a must-to watch when you can. Questions. Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Big E, who will be the next breakout to main event from NXT?
I think Big E's disqualified there. Because
Cesaro is too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. I mean, I think Cesaro is the next one currently, right?
He better be.
The Sami Zayn. My God, Sami Zayn has to be. I don't think they would know what to do with anybody else there.
I think they pull up Paige before Sami Zayn.
They need to pull Paige up.
I don't know.
Well, no, if Naomi is really injured for that long, they need an opponent for AJ.
That's true. That could be fun.
Emma.
I feel like they have too many ladies they don't know what to do with, and that's why so many are floundering down there. Like unless Paige comes up as, I don't know,
Sister Abigail.
Ooh, that would be fun. Or she comes up as Undertaker's younger, hotter sister.
the Overtaker.
Just call her Katie Vick.
Oh no.
Soon.
Hey, you know what? If Taker thought Kane died in a fire, Kane can think Katie died in the fire, and then she can come back.
You know, isn't it an interesting phenomenon? I feel like there's so much great women's wrestling happening on NXT, and they're working so hard just to not wrestle when they get to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting and I mean, isn't that so much for all these guys? Because they work so hard trying to get so good at wrestling on the indies just to go to WWE and not.
Well, I think they all think that once they get to the main roster, they can try and change that.
Yeah, they're like... Oh.
Because, I mean, you do get an occasional really good women's match out of... the last match Caitlyn had with AJ was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ has had some good pay-per-view matches. So while they might not always get, the time on TV that they probably deserve, they do get quality, 7 to 8 minute pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back to email. What will you watch first
I
on the network?
didn't give my answer for the question.
I'm sorry about it.
I would say Rusev.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he has the look,
And he's already all over promos.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of seems like that he was supposed to debut after WrestleMania.
Maybe they just wanted somebody else in the Rumble as
It kind of
surprise.
seems like it because the promos and stuff they're doing for him. It seems like a very post WrestleMania debut package that they're doing for him.
Maybe he'll come in at WrestleMania and just destroy things.
Good.
Rusev smashed.
Yeah, and Rusev crushed.
Poor Zack Ryder. Okay, so back to the email. PPC writes, what will you first watch on the network?
We've kind of had this question before, but I don't think you guys have been around when we've answered this.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. I've already said I'm going to go back and watch some old ECW because I really hadn't had the opportunity. What about you, Mike?
I'm going to watch the last Nitro. I'm going to watch the last Nitro and the last Raw and then after that, any pay-per-view I was at live.
Are you getting Raw's? Are you getting Raw's stuff like that?
I think so.
I didn't think so. Like, not yet.
Is it just the pay-per-views
I
then?
think it's just the paper. We've had this conversation. I think we might have had this in Hangout about exactly how much and what is coming up. You're going to get all the pay-per-views, and I think there's going to be like a bunch of other select programming, kind of like because what also you're seeing it now in the commercial. You're going to get the DVDs.
Mhm.
So commercials, or I'm sorry, pay-per-views, DVDs, all the new content. You're going to get Raw and SmackDowns after they air. But I
thought they said a lot of the old Raws and SmackDowns are going to be available.
Did
Maybe
they?
just not right away.
That's what I assume.
I think they're coming. I think eventually they will.
Well, I think like the Monday Night War program,
Yes.
like that's not going to be on demand. That's going to be available after it airs first run.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
if you just wanted to go back and look up like a Raw in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, like I probably would, that it's going to be available.
Well, that would be great. I hope it does get to that point where, like, can I watch every Raw that happened in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Can I watch every Chicago Raw? Every something like that. Like, it'd be great. I don't think they would do this, and I don't think they would have much reason to do this. But it'd be great if you could search events by location or something like that. You know.
I think they do
Nassau
have
Coliseum.
they do have a search bar.
Well, they would do, but what's that criteria? Are they searching program names?
I'd imagine if you typed in Pittsburgh.
That's true. That's true.
Sorg,
It also depends, because it could be just that search bar is titles, and maybe because just because you have a search bar doesn't mean it's searching all that information. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little
Sorg.
technical, heady kind of here. So it's
Sorg.
whatever they decide the search to be.
Sorg, you're talking to the guy who literally databased the entire library.
It's true. Just because they have, they have the information doesn't mean they're using it, though.
Okay, that's fair, but
That's what I'm
they
saying.
definitely do. They definitely
yeah.
do have it sorted
they can.
by.
Dude, if this guy that does the wrestling database that we've talked about on the show can go do this, yeah, I'm sure they have this already in the coolest spreadsheet you'll ever find at WWE headquarters. You know? Anyways, I think we have an email to finish.
Oh, I didn't answer that.
Oh, we still didn't
I was
answer.
going to watch
Yeah.
Again, guys, forget about me. No, I'm going to watch
It wasn't
two
me
Royal
this time,
Rumbles. Two Royal Rumbles, 1992 and 1999. The entire pay-per-view.
Okay.
So, that's what I'm going to watch.
Fair warning: the rest of the '92 Rumble kind of sucked.
I just want to see the Rumble for that.
Fair
The
enough.
99 pay-per-view with the Mankind and Rock match,
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch that again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, so back to the email. PPC says Legends House or some WCW pay-per-views for me. Till then, take care, Mayhem Crew and Mayhem Nation. It's me. It's at Big PPC. Sent from my iPhone.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for your emails this week. Really good collection. Hey, you filled the first half of the show here. Good job. I love when you guys are giving your questions like this. And remember, you can also do it if you have any questions. In the meantime, hop over to the Facebook group. There are so many people. There's like 10 people, 13 people joining every week at this point. And it's great to see the numbers growing, seeing a lot of new conversations, a lot of new faces.
what's
in
going
those
on that Facebook group?
What's that?
What's going on that Facebook group this week?
Are you giving me a tease lead in?
Maybe.
Bobby! Well,
I'm doing good things.
the pinata, for instance, a lot of that conversation started there. A lot of questions about Raw, people's thoughts on it. This whole debate about John Cena and whether he's actually a good wrestler or we give him way too much credit because of the people he wrestles. And it sounds like somebody's simmering over there. Maybe we'll get into that in the second half. We'll see about that. But in the meantime, of course, please go over to the Patreon. Go over to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Check out all the ways there, all the banners and everything. Click on things, buy things, get T-shirts, donate to the show. However you want to contribute, or even just contribute your emails at that point, or tell a friend. Any way to get the mayhem out here. I mean, look, we've been around 8 years. We're going to the Indie Mayhem show. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff to keep the conversation going and keep you guys part of it. But we'll come right back with Remember When. In the meantime, check out this promo. Music for you guys on audio from Basic Sickness. Something you haven't heard on here yet, I believe. And also a preview of RWA's Steel City Prodigy, Best of Ryan Mitchell, a friend of the show here. We pulled a best of together. First one we've done with interviews at Sorgatron Media. So he actually got to pick all the matches. We actually interviewed him for insights about those matches with other friends of the show like Gory, like Shane Taylor, like Ryan Edmonds, a couple steel cage matches. It's a real fun DVD to watch. So go check that over at sorgatronmedia.com. Here's the trailer, and we'll be right back with Remember When. Baby girl, it's time for the Wrestling Mayhem show. Remember when?
Everything is awesome. What do you remember when?
This week on Remember When.
Remember when?
LB's not here now. It's all going off the rails, but quietly, apparently.
We had to fill in.
Of course, joining us on the lines, we got, of course, the Riz. We're also joined by Wheels and one of the mainstreams, as we established last segment. Matt Carlins has joined us as well.
Hi, we're the mainstreams. It sounds really dirty coming out of my mouth.
Would you rather be the mainstream or the side stream, though?
They're not the
I don't-
dribbles. They're the mainstreams.
Don't trust the mainstreams.
God, no, Sword, no.
On that note,
Sword, no.
so of course we talked about it's going to be a great pay-per-view party from the sounds of things here this Sunday for Elimination Chamber, and realizing this may be the last time we go all out for a pay-per-view party in the form it is now with the WWE Network, starting with WrestleMania and everything. So, and I think, Mike, you actually came up with this idea.
No, Matt did.
Matt maybe
Mr.
came up.
Mr.
Somebody
Mainstream.
came up with this idea about epic pay-per-view parties. So this is more of a self-experience, less than a wrestling kind of discussion, I think. So let's get a little introspective. And who wants to tell us about their epic pay-per-view party of all-time memory?
Well, Sorg, I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember, but watching wrestling used to be a social experience that you did with other people. And
No.
I remember going to a great pay-per-view party for WrestleMania 2000 that they delivered with the entire day of WrestleMania highlights on pay-per-view.
Yep, all day WrestleMania.
So I really only got there about halfway through it, but all I remember is just like the mass of humanity at my friend's house. It was like 2 rooms full of people. There was like 30 or 40 people at this house. And that's just like, that's a perfect, just like, snapshot of what it was like watching wrestling in that era. Just everybody watched it. That was just, there was no questions about it. No one did it alone or was embarrassed about it. Everyone was like, WrestleMania? Sure, everybody, come on over. You know, I don't know what happened to all those guys, but yeah, that's what it was all about for me back in those days.
You know, and I'll second that, because that's actually what I was going to mention. The all day long, I had a few friends come over from school, and I watched all day long. I still have the VHS of all day long that we recorded, which, if you don't know, most of those segments, of course, there was a lot of like fan access kind of stuff too, where they were like sitting on a podium talking about, you know, what was coming up at WrestleMania. But most of the actual kind of flashback segments, if you have the History of WrestleMania coffee table book that comes with a DVD, it's most of those segments are included on the DVD. So that was kind of cool if you want to, you know, find that kind of stuff.
I wonder if that'll be on the network.
Yeah,
All
it could
day
be on
long
the network too. I mean, stuff's been kind of done and redone over and over again. as far as like all that flashback material. Plus, it's not in HD probably, so that's a thing. So,
But you do get to hear that sweet Coliseum video music.
oh yeah,
Coliseum Videos presents
yes,
WrestleMania.
those were the days.
Coliseum Video presents UK Rampage 93.
Well, other than that, so I have my own, so I'm not completely piggybacking off of Matt here. One of my friends still went to. I think I probably still. No, I don't think I still went there because it's after we started the Mayhem show. I don't know whose apartment it was. It might have been Chad the Shad's amongst others, but I remember Steam Machine being there. I think LB was, and it was the WrestleMania. I remember distinctly. It was the WrestleMania where Mickey James took on Trish Stratus. Because here's a room full of college guys, and then the Mickey James V signal lick thing happened, and everybody just came completely unglued. And it's back when we were more violent as a group as well. So that was, I remember that being probably one of maybe the most epic party is connected to a pay-per-view I was part of. Who's next?
Sorg, not many matches have been won with mime cunnilingus. Not many.
That's true.
That is true.
Maybe one or two.
Yeah.
And they're all probably in Glow or WrestleLicious.
Who's next?
Well,
I'll go next.
All right, go for it, Riz.
One of the ones that to be fair, gambling is illegal. Please do not do it illegally. Just pointing that out there from your friends at the Wrestling Mayhem show. But there was a point in I went to a friend's house for WrestleMania 21, I believe. And there was 8 of us there. Or 8 of us? 6 of us there. 6 of us. I remember perfectly now. And all we did was we just put $1 in a big pot. And the winner of the Elimination Chamber, the Money in the Bank ladder match, the first one they had, would get the pot. And it was one of the first times I was excited to cheer for Christian. One of the only times I was excited to cheer for Christian. And of course he lost, and I was down $1. That's my lunch money. But just being there it was actually my first party of wrestling related to go to. And since then, I really like going to parties. You like going to parties? I like going to parties.
I like parties.
I like parties.
Mike,
I like parties.
Mike, what kind of parties do you like?
I like money.
Well, I'm gonna paint a little word picture for you, Sorg.
Oh, I like word pictures.
All right. The date is April 4th, 1993. I was a fresh face in wrestling, just getting into it, and I was just getting my friends into it back in, I think we were in the 5th grade. And WrestleMania was 4 days before my birthday, so I decided I didn't want to have McDonald's, I didn't want to have bowling, I wanted to have a wrestling birthday party. So I made a trivia game about all of the year's events that happened from WrestleMania 8 to WrestleMania 9. We ordered from Little Caesars, and we had the huge, giant 40-slice pizzas. They were like giant rectangles. We ordered about 5 of them.
Wow.
And my mother made Hulk Hogan lollipops.
The crap.
Like Hulk Hogan chocolate lollipops. She found a mold of Hulk Hogan, like doing the brother pose, and she took red and yellow chocolate and she made different versions of Hulk Hogan. And yes, she painted the mustache on every single one of them.
Nice.
And we watched WrestleMania 9. and it was awesome because we got to see the Macho Toga, we got to see Heenan coming backwards on a camel, we got to see JR in a toga, and we all kind of got mad at my mom. Well, not got mad, but we said that she was like a prophet because she made the Hulk Hogan lollipops, and of course, WrestleMania 9, that's the one where Hogan came in at the end and won the WWF title. So that was my first wrestling party that I threw. It's the one that instantly came to mind, and it was fantastic.
Epic.
So,
Memories of
Mike,
WrestleMania.
I have a question for you with the lollipops. Did you guys
Yes.
bite the heads off them first?
I did, yes, because I was not a Hogan fan.
Oh, brother.
What about you,
Oh,
Wheels?
brother.
Wrestling parties. Honestly, the latest ones I've gone to are like up here at Cal U, and you find a lot of wrestling fans because of that. And I think it was 2 years ago from WrestleMania, and we all sat at one table betting on The Rock Cena. Well, not even betting, just making a friendly wager of who was for The Rock, who was for Cena. And it was just so much fun because, of course, I was pro Rock of anything. So we sat there and made a side bet with the one girl who wanted Cena to win, and we're like, if you lose, you have to go sit out next to the poster and take a picture of you kissing The Rock. And, of course, we won, so we got to take that picture, and that's wrestling fun for me for pay-per-views.
Awesome. What about you, Bobby?
Someone say, "Damn, that's a fine rock."
That's another show.
That was the
That
other
was
show.
Boss
Yeah.
Battle number 80. If you want to
That
check
you
that
can
out,
see
insertcointoBegin.com. What about you, Bobby?
I have one.
Yeah.
A couple actually. When we all meet at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Those are always good.
My favorite one was when
Yeah.
for Money in the Bank 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that,
just
Bobby.
that crowd when CM Punk won over Cena and took the belt and ran was just amazing.
I remember that for
so
a
much
different reason,
fun.
Bobby.
Huh?
I remember that for a different reason.
Oh no, that was in the summertime. That was Royal Rumble
that
you're
wasn't-
thinking of.
Oh yeah, it's Royal Rumble. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
No,
fun.
that was
And then and there was another one I remember WrestleMania going with AJ. AJ and Abby came to Johnstown for a hockey game. It was actually one of the last Chief games. And then we all went to Buffalo Wild Wings for the pay-per-view, and we had to stand for most of the night because it was packed. And then finally somebody left at the bar, so we just wheedled our way in and got the seats and just had a blast. So it was fun.
Awesome. And I think that's everybody if I didn't miss anyone. And of course, if you have any pay-per-view
Oh,
parties...
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
My wife wants me to mention that when we watched WrestleMania 28 together, that was like the first pay-per-view that I had purchased in years and years and years and years and years. It was the end of a very long hiatus. And when The Rock beat John Cena, she leaped into my arms like the end of Dirty Dancing. And we spun around in circles because we're so happy The Rock had won. It was a special moment.
I think I said skiddly-doo!
The Rock won!
Don't judge me. I said skiddly-doo.
Wow. Awesome. And if you have any
Sorry
pay-per-view
about
memories you want to share, hit us up, comments on the Remember When video, or hit us up on Twitter, all the social media stuff, and let us know. Let us know what some of your memories. So let's take a look at it. If you guys want to support the show, we've been talk about that a lot. But one way you can do that, I want to take a look at is ProWrestlingTees.com/WMS. We got a few shirts up there. Stuff designed by the great Alex Carlins, including the good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. There it is. Don't remember, please give that call to 412-206-WMS0 and give us your best good times, and maybe we'll do something fun with that here on the show. But yeah, the good times property of Mayhem, you can go check those out. A few of us have actually picked up a few of these shirts to make sure we're wearing and representing the show.
A few of them.
They're really good quality shirts. I'm really happy with them. They've been holding
I'm
up
gonna
really
be wearing
well.
them when I go to Raw.
They're very
in
comfortable.
Oh, they are super comfortable. I know we were using Spreadshirt before, and I think they're way better quality in print on the shirt. Way better than Cafe Press when we used to use them as well.
Cafe Press.
And of course, while you're there, go check out, support indie wrestling, support friends of the show. There's a whole bunch of them at ProWrestlingTees.com. You can go get them and bundle them in with your shirts, for Wrestling Mayhem show, including friends of the show like Johnny Gargano. I know he's been showing this one off on his
I love that one. I want
Facebook
it.
page. Yeah, the Johnny Gargano Morphin Time, Mighty Morphin.
That is a good one.
Tremendous. Kind of want to get that one. So go check that out. Also, Matt Cross, another friend of the show. We interviewed him back in the day at Chikara. So another good one for you to check out. Support him. Of course, Tough Nuff's Matt Cross. And, of course, another friend of the show, Zima Ion. I think I went to the wrong page here. But he's on here as well, as we like to call him, Baby Batista. So go check that out. ProWrestlingTees.com/WMS. And there's a link over at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. So please enjoy that. So we're leading up, of course, to Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little bit of a rundown on the Raw wrap-up last night, talk about the matches and stuff. This is the more interesting, aside from thinking all the logical ways, what's the better main event? What do they want so it's a moneymaker? I feel like there's kind of could be an upset at going into this Elimination Chamber, more than normal. If nothing else, Cesaro is going to have a Roman Reigns at the Rumble type experience, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Sorg, I hate to disagree.
And I hate for you to disagree with me.
Trust me, I want that to happen. I think he's been having almost too good of a week.
Yeah.
Almost too good, because I could see him coming in fourth in the chamber. He comes in, just wrecks everyone, and then he's the first guy eliminated.
Yeah. Okay.
Peaking too early. Peak too early.
He's the guy. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead, Matt. Oh,
I said what I was going to say.
I was going to say he's the guy who I think is going to be the guy who everybody just starts to cover.
Mm-hmm.
How they have that big guy moment where everybody just
Gotta go
dog piles on the guy.
pinata.
I just have that feeling Cesaro is going to beat him.
There's pinata action in there.
Pinata!
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Pinata!
Sorry.
Pinata!
She just wanted to let you know
Not
she's going
necessarily
upstairs to put another layer on the pinata.
Hot pinata action.
Stick.
I'm sorry. We're disruptive to your show, Sorg. I apologize.
It's all right. You have a party to prepare for.
We're bringing too much mayhem to the mayhem.
There's no such thing.
But yeah, I don't think he's gonna win. I can't see the WWE World Champion that's brand new in Cesaro going to NXT and taking on Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
Or could
Although,
I mean, that
if
would
you
be
want
good.
to push NXT, that's a way to do it.
that's true.
Mhm.
That's true. And
Yep.
Bush and
Like,
Hayes is
you
an
could
NXT guy.
hotshot on Cesaro
Yeah.
for a week.
And then just do the return match,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That would, because there's a lot of time between the Raw after Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of time. There is all of March.
Yeah. Not even counting the fact that we've said, for the last few weeks, pretty much guaranteeing a shot at the main event in WrestleMania with this title win. I don't know.
To be fair, I'd be much more excited about Cesaro versus Batista.
Yeah, I would too.
I would be so excited for that.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to get Batista, maybe running up to the show? Are we going to get Batista, actually wrestling on Raw? Because it hasn't happened yet.
No.
No, not at all?
I think so.
You think
He's been on house shows.
Okay.
I think so. I think you have to.
Yeah.
At least once or twice, maybe a few tag matches.
So weird, he didn't do anything last night, did he? Other than that one spot.
Yeah.
He bullied
started being
Alberto
a
Del
dick.
Rio.
Yeah, he bullied Alberto Del Rio.
Be a star.
Be a star, Batista. Be a star, Drax. But the Raw that is in Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
Batista is advertised for a post-show dark match. I believe the post-show dark match is being advertised as Cena, Batista, and Daniel Bryan
Okay.
versus Randy Orton, Del Rio, and Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
So I mean, he's being advertised 4 matches for a dark show, and I believe he does do some house shows. So I think he's got to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to at least once.
I was going to say, he doesn't want to play a rock type thing.
No.
Well, he's already been on more than the
Does
Rock.
he
He's
play a
already
Brock
there.
Lesnar type thing?
Mhm.
I'm shocked that Brock doesn't have a match.
No, but Brock is more of an attraction.
Yeah.
Brock is more of an attraction than Batista is because the way Brock has been wrestling since he came back, you can't have him have a match on Raw.
That's true. That's true.
Because you can't just throw him in against a guy like Kofi Kingston. He'd get destroyed.
Mhm.
Because, like, the way Brock's been going, you can't give him someone against someone who's going to give him offense.
Yeah. Sorry, audio problems. Okay. So of course we're also. I think they've been doing a really good job looking at Shield versus Wyatt's here the last few weeks.
Mhm.
Finally gave it to us. We got a big brawl at the end there. They've been teasing it, and the crowd has been going insane. This is almost another Daniel Bryan kind of situation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are we? Is this
Close to,
is this
yeah.
just because it's something that's so different than what we're used to? Yet another Orton versus Cena. Yet another Sheamus versus Orton. You know, it's different people doing something different.
It's also 2 heel groups.
It
Essentially.
is. Yeah, it's 2 heel groups, but they're definitely over. I mean, some people,
I'm not saying they're not over,
I mean,
but it's
some
2
people
heel groups.
have a life-sized cardboard cutout of one of those heel groups. You know, I mean, I don't know what kind of person would do that, but
I don't know either.
Hey, baby girl.
This is my wingman, HBK.
Oh my God, it's a new
Or as he
Shawn
likes to
and
call
Diesel.
himself, HB
You know-
Shizzle.
You know what? If you're gonna be in a team, you know, all I have to do is just show up, stand in the corner, let these 2 take care of my business.
The 2 dudes with attitude right there.
Your
Can I borrow
bodyguard.
those and just walk into a bar with them?
You know, this is. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time a Shawn Michaels stand-up has showed up on the show. Oh, wait, no, he didn't have him that time. 'Cause every-
No, he had a. You're talking about Gargano, right?
yeah, Gargano, because he had him on his
Gargano
show.
had I thought he just had a picture.
Might have been a picture or
And it was
something.
hanging up.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a standee. It was just like a drawing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right.
So that is the first
I love these
standee
adjusting
that we
shot there.
like how we got
That's
Shawn
nothing but the
Michaels
producer and me trying to get out, Sorg.
All right, what else we got going on? WWE right now, of course, the network's next week. Do we really have anything to say about what we expect from this other than, holy crap, we're all signing up, right?
I will
but
sign up.
I actually plan on signing up for it.
Yeah.
I will sign up, but I want Michael Cole to show me how to work the network.
You weren't happy with the
Bobby, no.
Bellas?
I'm surprised they didn't have that promo last night.
That's true. That's true.
I
think it
can't
was
figure it
because
out on
of
my
the-
own.
Bobby,
Michael
make sure
Cole's
your
out.
devices are plugged in.
On Monday, Maggle, we install the WWE network.
No, dude, they're going to tell you how to do it like 3 times during that show. So 9 a.m. we got to sign up. So I'm gonna set my alarm. Hold on.
Wait, 9 a.m.?
Mhm.
9 a.m. Monday. Remind me to sign up for WWE Network.
You can start watching content soon thereafter.
No, it doesn't start until after.
No, you can watch. They said you can watch stuff all day.
Really?
It says sign
Yes.
up for the WB
Okay.
Network. I'm almost there, so
WB
close
network.
enough. I think I'll figure it out.
That's past
Sign up
Sorg.
for Wii.
Now the CW.
Sign up for Wii, Sorg.
Sure. No,
Women's
WB.
Entertainment.
The WB
Yeah, it's now the
Network is
CW
apparently
network.
making a comeback.
Oh.
So that was kind of weird.
Animaniacs is going to be awesome on that show.
They just want you to watch Arrow.
That's CW again.
Yes.
You have to go back to Smallville.
UPN, man,
Oh.
Voyager. Anyways,
The Wayans brothers.
so
WB.
Oh God, that just
I
made
broke
sword
sword with the Wayans brothers. How is that possible?
it's the Wayans brothers. Okay.
Followed by the Parkers.
We're brothers.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
What has this show become?
Don't make me start asking you guys about TNA.
No,
I'll talk about
nobody wants
TNA,
that.
Sorg.
Because I really liked
Oh,
TNA
I
this
don't-
week.
It was okay.
It was
okay.
actually
Didn't watch
fun. It was okay. And yes, part of the fun was how ridiculous that casket was.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Oh,
like,
don't get me started on that
flimsy
fucking
and-
casket.
I know. I heard you guys on the
Let's
after
not
show this
forget-
week.
On who this mysterious creature is in the forest
Oh,
that just has an umbrella and starts spinning it for some reason.
You know, we
Who
talked
looks
earlier. We talked earlier about, and I think we did lay mention to this about how they kind of let them do their own creative thing, the wrestlers in on that show. And sometimes you get Willow, and sometimes you get Abyss. So Spark.
now, the weird thing about that whole Willow thing is the fact that, okay, I think it's a good idea until you sit there and put on your Facebook that you've signed Jeff Hardy back.
Yep.
And then you show a video like this going, and you're like, wait a minute, you already signed Hardy back, so yeah, just let's smack your own storylines.
I feel like TNA has never been good about keeping the line between.
They always cross it, Sorg.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's funny
Yeah.
because gimmicks.
I can't even follow that up. No, but it.
Nope.
Blah.
Well, no, they even say cross the line. Like, Dixie even said this week on Impact, I'm not even joking, in a meeting with MVP, she said, oh, you're going around crossing all these lines, darling. I'm like, Dixie, that was your fucking motto for 5 years. It was
Well,
literally
they
the
did-
motto of TNA.
Well,
Cross the
Spud
line.
Spud did draw a line down the middle of the actual
This
room
is
they
true.
were staying
This
at.
is true. And we did get to see MVP wrestle. He's still looking good as much as he can against Rockstar Spud in a squashy
He
kind of
really
way.
he really likes that unitard, I guess.
Yeah, he likes the Power Ranger outfit. Sure.
He's balling.
I would have thought he changed something about his gimmick, but nope. Nope.
Doesn't he
I'm
have a
just
tattoo that he
waiting.
can't show?
I'm waiting until we actually time travel and get MVP versus Mr. Anderson. I'm waiting until we actually time travel back to 2008 SmackDown with Taz on commentary and MVP versus Mr. Anderson.
And it's
I'm
going to be
waiting for
your
that
main
moment.
event of Bound for Glory.
I know it's going
Doesn't
to
he have a
happen.
tattoo that he has to cover?
Yeah, I don't
And
think
that's
it's like
the reason
really
for the full.
bad. It's a Malcolm X tattoo that
Yeah.
I'm aware of.
All
So,
right, there are other ways to cover up a damn tattoo, though.
and it's not like he hasn't wrestled without the shirt on, showing the tattoo. They did that stint with that one group that did the 13 episode promo thing where
Yeah.
they were all charactered out. So I don't know, but this is what people know. I think he's more doing it this way because this is what people know him as, is the Power Ranger suit guy. I don't know. I think he's a good addition. He's not a guy that drags up down like Willow and Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
I'm like,
You know what they-
here's the deal with Willow. Besides the fact that when I first saw that promo, I was thinking to myself, that looks a lot like Jeff Hardy. I wonder if he's going to feud with Jeff Hardy. And then found out later that it was fucking Jeff Hardy. It's the reason makes no sense. Jeff Hardy is like one of like your 2 or 3 guys in TNA who can actually make a difference. It can actually make people like buy pay-per-views, and they're gonna saddle up. I can't.
Let's be
Mike,
honest.
help me out here.
There aren't 2 or 3 guys that TNA can do that with now. There's one guy, I hate to
Miss.
say it, and that is Jeff Hardy. That is one guy that's actually going to draw a rating. It's going to draw buy rates. It's going to draw people to watch him wrestle. Because TNA has ruined Kurt Angle at this point.
Can I ask another thing? Can we do? I know this is an offshoot of what we're talking about, but I feel like this is a topic that's been done to death even over the last week. So we got WWE Network.
Mm-hmm.
We got, obviously, TNA has already kind of shifted their pay-per-view thing. I feel like this is a delivering on your contracts, just like WWE just had to do up this month.
I think they're only going to have one pay-per-view this year, Sork.
Really? Lockdown and that's it?
No. Oh, wait, is Lockdown on pay-per-view?
I thought so.
Yeah,
in
Yeah, they're
Miami,
advertising
they're
it on the.
They're doing
Okay,
a
all right,
Fest
then two
weekend.
pay-per-views. Lockdown,
Yeah.
Bound for
And
Glory.
they did
I
that
think
last
that's-
year too. And we're doing the one-night stands the rest of the months, right? Filling obligations or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like something is going to be different. What does TNA do? Do they do,
They
hey,
sign
we
up
got
with
a
the
TNA
network.
network?
Go,
I
they
mean,
go jerk off somewhere.
no. I mean, we already have, do they still have the TNA On Demand? Right?
I have no clue.
Nobody
I-
knows.
No one knows.
TNA, hold
No
on.
one cares.
I assume they do because when CM Punk walked out, they put together a list of CM Punk matches.
That's right.
So I assume they've got to have some form of on-demand thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hate to say this, and maybe it's just because TNA just drove me nuts lately, and it's just okay, you got rid of AJ, you bring in MVP, you bring in Jeff Hardy back. Is anybody excited for Jeff Jarrett's new company?
Silent rage.
No. Wheels, no.
No?
No. I would be more excited if Jeff Jarrett came back to TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I draw the line. If Jeff Jarrett runs it like he did TNA, where he wins the title every single month, then yeah, I have a problem with it. But if he stays behind the scenes, behind everything, it could work.
From
See,
what
Keith
I
on the
saw
other
from
hand-
that video, oh, sorry, Riz, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but Toby Keith, on the other hand, who's the co-owner-ish of the company, is probably not going to enjoy working with Jeff Jarrett because he's a dick.
To answer a question from before, TNA On Demand is fairly non-existent right now.
Okay.
They have a very Inception photo on the front of their website with no videos, and to say to our loyal TNA On Demand subscribers, all three of you, in the coming weeks and months, we will be making several changes and additions to our video distribution services. So they're down. They're
joining
rebooting,
the network,
and
Sorg.
it's a really bad site to begin with. Wow. They Ring of Honor still has video on demand, right? So what?
To be fair, Ring of Honor only has video on demand.
That's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, because every time
That's
I
not a
say
show, though.
every time I ask about a match, like from people I know in Ring of Honor, they say, "Well, yeah, they're going to film that and they're going to put it on demand for the ringside members and stuff." I'm like, okay, all right, I'll buy that, And apparently other people are too, and that makes sense though in the long run. Like we talk about the Indie Mayhem show. All these indies that are doing on demands, like the wrestling is, like the WSU, CZWs, and all those guys. That's where it's at, And everybody's trying to make it in their own way, and TNA can't apparently. So I don't know. I almost they should just get a distribution rights with WWE and get on the network. It'll be the best exposure they can get right now.
I think it will be brilliant.
Wouldn't it? Would it be?
Yes.
What if we posed the question a few weeks ago, or maybe I did this in the Hangout.
I posed this question.
What question are we talking about? Because I'm talking about the one.
TNA,
What's that?
TNA joined the network.
No, that's not the one. That's not the
Oh,
one.
okay.
I think we talked to, and I might not get the concept entirely right that we were talking about, but what if you have your NXTs and then we have, obviously we gave props to Ring of Honor recently on WWE.com, and I think I was proposing, what if there's a farm system that starts developing that there's a lot of smaller NXT-sized promotions around the country? So what if we do we're going to create our own competition, as in we're going to actually support our own competition, and we let Chikara run on here. We let TNA have a spot on here. And so we are the place you come for wrestling, period. That they become not only the producers, but then they also become
The distributors.
the distributors. Like, I mean, it's going to kill the hell out of guys like, maybe me or Smart Mark when they do this with the Chikaras and the Ring of Honors and whoever else is out there that's big enough, like the CZWs, maybe, or something like that. But what if they do that? What if they say, let's snag this, or even, not even, snagging those guys, again, go back to the idea of the NXT thing. Well, let's get away from that. Let's go from this whole idea of maybe we just let everybody have a spot, I think some people have to get outside their own egos as far as some of that stuff, especially on the indie wrestling scene. But what do you guys think of that idea? Is it that far-fetched? They know, we're seeing the development they're doing with this training center in NXT. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just picturing CZW on the WWE network. It's like cringing right now.
Like, stay tuned for Cage of Death at 9 p.m. tonight.
CZW.
I tell you what, I'd love to see them get a local, an American distribution for. I'd like to see them put New on the WWE network. You don't even have to dub it over into English commentary or anything like that. Just give me that nice, completely incoherent Japanese commentary to go with some New Japan. That'd be great.
That'd be all right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you do international stuff. What if the WWE Network strikes a deal with AAA to carry it, or strikes a deal with New Japan, or strikes a deal with, I don't know, what else is out there, guys?
Ring King.
Rinka King.
Ring King. There's actually a really good discussion about Ring King on the Sanjay Dutt interview on Art of Wrestling with Cole Cabana. So that's the other thing, is like this whole idea, like WWE starting a podcast. Supposedly Cole Cabana might have been in talks with WWE about something such as ring announcing. WWE is looking for new concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of concepts in wrestling out there. Cole Cabana is involved in like 3 of them. There's
$5 wrestling on the WWE network.
There's different.
I
There you go.
watch the shit out of that.
I mean, $5 wrestling you've already paid.
Wouldn't that be $10 wrestling?
It's all $10 wrestling.
Technically.
But what if they reach out to these guys? They develop it. Like I fully expect that Cole Cabana gets hired by WWE and does Art of Wrestling for WWE. WWE.com, WWE Network, maybe he does a panel show or something, where it's like, frank discussions and stuff like that. I can see it. I could really see it. Maybe, Mick Foley comes on and does a comedy skit show or something, right? I mean, it becomes, they always say Monday Night Raw is like a variety hour, so their network is going to be a variety network at that point. Side note, you know what I really, really want to see? Tuesday Night Titans on the network.
I think that'll be up there eventually.
That better be, because all I've ever seen of Tuesday Night Titans was the best of they had at my local video store, and that was not enough.
Primetime wrestling.
That's what I was just going to say, Bobby. The old gorilla stuff.
Yep.
They showed Tuesday Night Titans in primetime on the 24/7.
Oh, nice. They better bring it over then.
Yeah.
I don't see Cole Cabana doing that, though, Sword.
No?
No, because if he's signed by WWE and he's put on the WWE network and talks, that would be good enough for fans. But what Cole Cabana does is he's a professional wrestler, and he wants to wrestle. He is one of the guys who has that style that he's a comedic wrestler.
Yes.
He's not only a comedic talker.
I honestly...
So unless you're gonna have him go on the WWE Network as well as go to WWE Raw or SmackDown or even NXT, I would like him in NXT as much as anybody. But he wouldn't. I don't think he would give up wrestling just to be on WWE TV. Wrestling.
All right. I have a solution for
Let's
that.
say final round of thoughts, and then we're gonna have to get out of here, guys.
The Colt Cabana should be the new GM of Saturday Morning Slam.
Obviously.
A
Obvious
wrestling
choice.
GM of Saturday Morning Slam. That's the only show he's on.
Mhm.
His gimmick is basically geared toward children anyway.
Yeah.
So put him on the show of children. Have Colt Cabana be the GM and have Matt Classic be a new wrestler on Saturday Morning Slam.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I do like that idea.
The network needs variety. They get beyond. Obviously, it's got to be all about wrestling when they start, but eventually they've got to break out of that. They got to find a way to create a network that is not a wrestling network. It's a network for wrestling fans. They need to.
Mhm.
They need that variety, and then they need to use that to try to find that killer app, that killer show that can draw more
Legends House,
subscribers.
I think they want to see how Legends House does first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what happens is what's going to always happen. Eventually, it's just going to show cops like anything else. Right?
Yep,
They're
Big
gonna
Boss
show,
Man
all
in
their
Cobb
bad
County,
movies.
Georgia, always chasing nails.
And he's
On that note, guys, thanks a lot. Hey, shout outs. Hey, Hot Wheels will be representing over at the Renegade Wrestling Alliance show in West Newton, PA. We'll be setting the Sorgatron Media crew down there to be filming that. Should be a fun show. Of course, they got a big show coming. Also at California University here in April. Go to rwalive.com for all the details on that. Right there, Wheels?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
We're going to have a lot of fun that night.
Also, the same night, unfortunately, is IWCWrestling.com. Yeah, IWCWrestling.com. You can go over there, check out what's going on there. We'll talk about both shows here at more length over on the Indie Mayhem show this evening, featuring Keith Hott, former IWC Tag Champ, with the great Colin Delaney, of course. Going to have fun with that. And of course, check out all this stuff. Please check out our Patreon on WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Pro Wrestling Tees. Check us out on Facebook, on Google+, on Twitter at Mayhem Show. Please join our Facebook group, Wrestling Mayhem Show. A lot of great conversation going on there. And of course, hit us up at our website, WrestlingMayhemShow.com, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Spreaker, Blip TV, Roku's, SoundCloud, I think. I'm losing track. We're everywhere. And you can join us here live every Tuesday night at live.sorgatronmedia.com around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I just saw the title selection for today. So check out everybody else. Thanks a lot, everybody here joining on the round table. Again, please join us on Twitter at Mayhem Show and all of our respective Twitter handles. That they're everywhere. I can't even remember.
I even joined Instagram.
The E-Riz, Bobby F. J-Town, at Mad Mike 4883, Matt Carlins, I'm at Sorgatron. Who else is here? Hot Wheels RWA. I think that's everybody. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Mayhem.
Just wait, just wait.